we're back live in the backstage here at Engadget Expand in San Francisco at Fort Mason. I'm Myriam Joire, and I'm joined by the one and only Tim Stevens, our editor-in-chief.
Hi, Myriam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. Things are rolling, so I'm excited.
This is really amazing, isn't it?
It's pretty awesome. We, had no idea exactly how this thing was going to come out and how many people were going to show up, but it's great. We're really excited.
We're very happy. But tell me a little bit, Tim. How did this all happen? I'm here to get that story out of you.
Get the scoop. The idea was Darren Murph's, a managing editor, of course, Darren Murph. He basically just wanted to come up with, a very Engadget style event, something that would be, a bit distinctive and have our flavor. And so we talked a lot about it back and forth a long time, many months about trying to shape the idea of what it would be. And it it very quickly became clear that we wanted to do something for the readers. Everything that we do is for the readers. All the meetups that we do and all the event, and everything that we try to do in the past is all for the readers. Because without them, we'd have no reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Might as well just go home right now.
Exactly. So we thought about how great it is we get to go to these events and how all the readers always want to. They're always emailing us, hey, how can we get to CES? How can we get to Mobile Congress? How can we get into E3? We thought, okay, well, we'll make an event for you. We'll make an event that anybody can get into who wants to, and thus the concept of Expand was born.
So how long ago was that now?
That was probably 18 months ago.
Yeah, I remember we had some early attempts to get it going, and then it was just like, oh my God, we need more time.
Yeah, we were in the kind of beginning throes of planning before CES 2012, actually, so 14 months ago or so, something like that, and we were actually pretty close to announcing it at CES 2012, but we decided at that point that we weren't quite ready for it at that point. We needed a lot of help. We didn't have people like Barb on staff to help us out. We didn't have people like Joy Hinson and Kim. So we really needed a lot more help, and we weren't really ready to make that happen. So we didn't announce it then. We spent that summer really kind of buckling down and getting ready. I actually toured this venue last summer, so I think it was June or July of 2012 that I came here when we said, yep, this is the spot.
This is good, right?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, if you come in here when it's empty, it's just this giant open space.
It's kind of scary, actually.
There's like holes in the ceiling, and it's kind of rusty, and it doesn't look very great, and so I needed a little bit of convincing, but Joey convinced me that he could make it look great, and it does look fantastic.
It's like an old Army or Navy facility, right?
Yeah, there should be like tanks and PT boats and stuff like that in here.
Well, it's been built like a tank, so this thing's never going away. Like you look at how much foundation there is here. It's all piles in the water.
Yeah, and it's gorgeous. If you walk just outside the building, the Golden Gate Bridge is right over there. Alcatraz is right there, and the Bay Bridge is off to the right, and you can see them all from one sweeping vista. It's beautiful.
So we'll try to shoot some pictures for you guys at some point today.
Everybody should just come.
You shall, yes. Just come. Fly right now.
Yeah, we got day 2 happening tomorrow.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit. How did it all work out? Like the last few months have been pretty crazy. I've been involved in it. You have too. What do you think was the single biggest moment where we were like, oh my God, this is, other than last night when we all got here?
Man, no, it was this morning when I stepped on stage, and it was like, wow, there's actually a lot of people sitting there, and they're all looking at me, and I'm being live blogged right now, which is the weird thing. I've never been on the receiving end of a live blog before. That was very strange. That was really when it clicked. Coming in yesterday and seeing everything coming up, but it wasn't really until this morning that I walked in and saw everything perfect. All the carpets vacuumed, all the curtains hung, all the branding everywhere. When it really clicked and felt real, and still it's hard to believe it's happening.
It's kind of surreal. Like I woke up this morning thinking, wow, this is actually really happening. And it's just amazing. So you've walked around the space a little bit. Do you want to maybe describe it for those poor unfortunate souls who can't make it?
Yeah, we're live streaming all the interviews now, so people can get the majority of the meat of the show from home if you're not able to be here. But yeah, we've also got this great show floor that we're going to be doing hands-on posts and stuff like that from here, so you can check that out. But we've got pretty much twice as much space we've got here set aside for demonstrations of.
It's like a mini CS
all sorts of crazy stuff. So we've got things like there's a Tesla Model S, which we're actually going to be giving away rides, which is cool. The BRD Redshift, which is the electric motorcycle I rode in the Engadget show last year. They've got the latest prototype of that machine sitting out there as well, with like prototype body cladding kind of bolted on there. It's like in the throes of being re-engineered, so it looks totally awesome. We've got the Da Vinci surgery robot out there.
That thing looks insane.
Oh my God! So it looks like you put your head in this giant thing. It looks like an episode of The Ghost in the Shell or something, and you control these minute little surgical instruments remotely.
Yeah.
So you got 3D goggles. You put your head in there, and they've got tiny little toys that you can move around. And they show a video of somebody peeling a grape using the thing, and everybody can just go stick their head in there and play around with it, and actually pretend that they're a doctor.
Now I need to do that.
Yeah, I mean I need my appendix out, so if you got time later, maybe we can go ahead and take care of that.
Are you in that
No,
much pain
I'm
right
just
now?
kidding. I'm fine.
Well, you're doing really well then.
Well, thank you very much. Man, what else we got? So we've got the Z-board guys. So of course, if you saw the intro, I rode the Z-board up on stage, and I did not break a bone. I'm very proud of that.
Nobody knows this, but there was a rehearsal this morning.
Yeah.
Tim did it twice.
And the second time actually was better than the first time, so that was
of course,
good.
practice.
Yeah, thank goodness. Man.
Lenovo's out there. Nokia's out there.
Nokia's out there. Toyota's out there. So
Toyota.
Toyota's got the RAV4 EV, which is really kind of launching now, which is awesome.
Right.
So they've, the RAV4 is their kind of small SUV. They developed an electric version with the help of Tesla, which is a cool story there too.
Yeah.
So they're really showing the production version out there right now.
It's plugged in too. They're like charger. It's kind of cool.
And there's a Prius plug-in out there as well, which you can actually sit in and you can charge your phone in the Prius plug-in, which I think is pretty cool.
Right. It's kind of meta.
Yeah. So I mean, Nokia's got a great booth too, like you said. Lenovo's got a lot of cool stuff, and I'm going to be talking with Lenovo tomorrow about some stuff.
Some exciting stuff.
Some stuff.
I hear.
I'm going to just.
I have no idea what's going on. Tim knows everything.
Some stuff's going to go on.
So as far as talks, we've had a few interviews this morning. Can you maybe give us a rundown of what's coming still that's big and exciting?
Yeah, for me, I'm really excited to talk with Julie Ehrman from Ouya. She is going to be this afternoon. This is Saturday. Saturday afternoon, I'll be speaking with her about the console. I talked with Yancey Strickler this morning, who you just interviewed from Kickstarter. And so, the Ouya is the second biggest Kickstarter project of all time, 8.5 million, I think, something like that.
Number one.
Yeah, there's number one right there, and who are also out there.
They're here. Yeah, I need to say hi to Eric and crew.
And so I'm really excited for that. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking to the Toyota folks to talk about the RAV4 EV, and I'm really excited to talk about because they had that Tesla partnership, and I'm really curious to see how that came to be and what the relationship was like and how much Tesla tech is in the RAV4 EV.
Exactly.
That's going to be a pretty cool conversation for me.
Definitely.
And then Lenovo, I'm going to be talking to tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I've got an interesting little panel of mobile coming up about 11:30 or so today on Saturday, and then after that there's Google. We have Tamar of Google, who's a pretty amazing person.
Yeah.
The search team there. We're going to talk to her.
Yeah, she's got some interesting stuff she can talk about for the future of how search is kind of evolving as our devices that we search on is evolving, which is really, really interesting.
Yeah, I helped her set up the demo, and it's pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. So, we're pretty much the top of the world here. Tim. Yeah. So what are we doing now? What's coming? Where are we going from here? I mean, Expand is
Expand has been a huge success already. I mean, our ticket sales in advance were well ahead of where we thought we would be. So it's a healthy event already, and we know enough now that we know that we want to do more. And I can't really say too much more about that at this point. You might hear more about that before the weekend is through. Stay tuned.
Definitely stay tuned.
But I can say that there will be more.
So, final words of wisdom about everything that's happening today and this weekend.
Man, I just hope that everybody has fun. I mean, that was the whole point of this show, was to put something together that the readers can really kind of get here and geek out about. And I really hope that the people who are here get to do that. And I hope that the people at home who unfortunately aren't able to join us enjoy the stuff too. And maybe the next one, which might be on the other coast, maybe they'll be able to join us for that one.
I agree. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for the rest of the show. There's all kinds of really cool stuff coming live from the front stage, the backstage, the show floor. Stay with us.
The roof. The back by the bay.
Alcatraz.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
It's gorgeous out there.
It is.
All right.
Get outside, people.
We'll see you guys later. Stay tuned for more interviews here from Backstage. Cheers.